Good morning, Steeler Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Want to do something really different today. I want to focus on the Steelers punt team coverage. Now, I got this visual here off Twitter, and this is one of the aspects of the game. And by the way, guys, I'll just be showing this one image. All we're going to see for the whole video for the next 7 minutes is one image. But pretty much, guys, like we don't really talk about the special teams play that much. Or do we ever really talk about who's on the punt team coverage? So I want to go through these players. And I saw this image, and I've seen this play. It does highlight Mark Robinson, who runs in the field and gets a big tackle. But I want to talk about these guys because these blokes can all hit. And I'm even talking about the punter. That's Presley Harvin. He's been playing really well on this football team. That is our Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, on the outside, there's 9 players right in the middle. And on the outside is going to be James Pierre on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side of the punt team coverage unit is going to be Miles Boykin, right? So he's a fantastic guy that can run down the field and be one of the gunners. And same with James Pierre. He's been playing some really good football too. And last week versus the Raiders, he was getting down there really fast, really quick, putting a lot of pressure on the returner. So no one really talks about the punt team coverage. So I want to go over this today and just talk about each individual player. So let's start with James Pierre. Like I just said, speedy, fast, quick. He's the third or fourth guy on the cornerback room, but he's got a really good place here that is on the punt team coverage. Same with Miles Boykin. He's our fifth receiver, but he's got a role here as a gunner. Now let's focus on Presley Harvin. He's been playing fantastic football and punting as well for the Steelers. Now, his average so far has 19 punts, 897 yards, 63 yards longest. Average is 47.2. Touchbacks 2. Inside the 20s, 8. And a net of 40.6. So average is 47. Had his longest, I think, was versus the Raiders, was 63. So those are the guys on the outside. That's the punter. But let's look at the other guys on this team. You have Mark Robinson, will start at the front, number 93. Middle linebacker, he's been working his way into the Steelers defense as that third guy, fourth guy, middle linebacker option after number 50, Roberts, which is next to him, and also after Quan Alexander. He's a key guy for teams. He made, I believe, 2 tackles in teams last week. He's fantastic. He can hit. He's a thumper. The guy next to him is Elandon Roberts too. He's a downhill smash mouth football, rock your socks off, ready to go. Number 50, he's also on this punt team coverage. So far straight away, there are 2 blokes I would not want to face catching the ball if they get passed all the way down the middle of the field. Now, the man in the middle is number 56, number 46, Christian Kuntz, our long snapper. He used to be a middle linebacker for the Renegades too, and I believe he had tried out, I think he was a linebacker, might have been with the Steelers in the practice squad back in the day, and then he got cut, then he went to the Renegades, Dallas Renegades. He's played middle linebacker before. He can hit. Now, the next guy next to him is Herbig, Nick Herbig. We all know what he has done in the preseason. Had 3 or 4 sacks. He's a baller. He's a physical hitter. Right next to him is Connor Haywood, who I call him the football player. He can do anything. Play fullback, running back. He can play tight end. He plays teams. He loves to hit as well. So those 5 blokes up front, 93 Robinson, Elandon Roberts, Christian Kuntz, Herbig, and Haywood are all 5 blokes that want to get physical and want to hit someone. Now, you go to behind them, some speedy guys that play secondary, mostly in safety. So you have Elijah Riley. He kind of stood out too in the preseason. We've seen some passes here, but he hasn't been pass deflection for him. And he's been on the defense a little bit, but we haven't seen him too much with too many snaps. His role more or less now is on teams, and you might see him in those nickel and dime situations where they're 3rd and 13, and you give, Shannon Sullivan a break. So, but he's a hard hitter as well, 37. Now, on the other side, Keanu Neal is our safety. He's fantastic. I believe he plays, sometimes next to Kazi in that three safety set, but he's also a big guy that can run down the field and hit, and it's led by Miles Killebrew, which is number 28, our special teams captain. Now, I did try to go through some of the stats, and it's very, very hard to find like stats from just special teams. But I did find that Nick Herbig so far has played 3 games. He has 2 solo tackles, 2 assists, right? So that's 4 tackles in total. Now, some of those could have been teams. Christian Kuntz has 2 tackles. That has to be teams because he hasn't played middle linebacker. Miles Killebrew has 4 tackles in total. So that has to be teams unless he's played a few snaps on defense, which he might have been played sparingly. But I would say most of that would be probably from teams. But overall, guys, I can try to find some other people who have played. Keanu Neal's made 15 tackles, but he's been playing defense as well, along with special teams. I just wanted to point that out. I don't know what you guys think about that. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I just think all these blokes here want to go down and hit someone, and maybe that's why the punting team has been doing a great job in terms of average. They haven't returned. I don't think that the opposing teams have returned like a big return for a touchdown or 30, 40 yards. Because you know why? You got 93, 50, 51, 83 all running down, ready to smack someone in the head. Anyways, guys, thought it was a bit of a fun one just to go over the teams because we rarely do that. From the TV view, you see it side on, and it's so hard to see the numbers. But on the outside, you have James Pierre, Miles Boykin, and the guys up front, Mark Robinson. He reminds me a little bit of James Harrison. I'm not saying he's James Harrison, but the way he runs down, the way he tackles, his physicality reminds me a tiny bit of James Harrison, Debo, that would just get a hat in a hat. And as long as the league doesn't flag him or stuff like that, he should be fantastic. And also our third or fourth outside linebacker besides TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith is Nick Herbig in his rookie year. And you have Connor Haywood too, who's the fullback, brother of Cameron Haywood. These blokes on the field right now want to go to the field and they want to hit someone in the face. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a great morning. I'll see you later.